The Banking on Change BOC project is a 6-year project being implemented by Barclays, Care UK and Plan UK. In Ghana, the project is managed by Plan Ghana, Care Ghana and the Barclays Country Office. The project commenced in 2009, transforming lives of poor communities through financial inclusion. Ghana, with a population of 24 million people, has 74% of its population under 35 years. 60% of the adult population is financially excluded.
Plan has got a country strategic plan in Ghana. And based on the country strategic plan, our programs to benefit people, especially the rural area population, is articulated. And Banking on Change project is contributing immensely in that process to help facilitate livelihood sector activities and interventions.
In Ghana, we have prioritized 2 areas, and one of them is economic empowerment of the women and youth. And in that economic empowerment, it includes financial inclusion, in which the savings and loans work that BOC is trying to advance falls in.
All over the world, poverty is an issue, and being a financial institution that deals in money and is fluent in finance, Barclays Bank is funding this project to enable people who have very little money to pool their resources, their little monies together to help them get out of poverty.
Using a savings-led microfinance methodology, Banking on Change mobilizes individuals into savings groups to save regularly and in turn borrow from the group's coffers at a fair rate of interest agreed by group members.
The essence of savings cannot be overemphasized in the sense that many of the issues that we encounter, especially at the community levels, are related to bad habits related to savings. You have people who do not plan for the events that are upcoming. People do not plan how they're going to use their incomes. People do not plan what amount of money to set aside for children's education, for food, for health needs. Is income received and immediately spent without any proper planning.
Sometimes people have thought that because they earn so little, it is not possible for them to save. But over the past 4 years, we've seen that this project is inculcating a savings culture among people. At the end of the cycle, some individuals are surprised that they have an equivalent of $100 that they can call their own. They haven't borrowed from anybody. And so people are beginning to see that, however little you have, you can still save some money, to just prepare for any risks that may happen.
These are people who are at the micro level, and they just come together to mobilize savings among themselves, on lend to themselves at an agreed interest rate. And this is something that we think that by pulling resources together as a group and then on lending, the resources grow, and then once they share, they are going to increase their household incomes. So we think that it's a clear example of alleviating poverty at a very macro level in the rural areas.
Yeah, VSLA project is a community-managed microfinance project that, if you look at Plan, is a flagship project for Plan Ghana. That's a project that has covered a lot of the regions where we are working. Currently, Plan alone is covering 5 regions, and Care also covering additional 2 regions, making up 7. We are currently over 35 districts that we are implementing, and we have also covered about 45,000 individual beneficiaries across all these regions. And this really looking at the poor, the poorest of the poor.
The project has a lot of poverty alleviating potential in them, because at least the fact that it's able to improve the habit of savings in members, where members are able to save enough money at least to meet their basic needs, so to start new businesses and to also diversify new businesses. And the fact that they can also get loan from from the groups, and they can meet unexpected expenditure. So we think that all these input to combine and will result into poverty alleviation for the beneficiary.
Why is the guy who is only no me aba? I do okay. As only one each me why you go away. Ne wakegbo ohiano. Okay. Wabwani anya. Kone abacho wabene no emine ha. Ne wahama sesinu. Ine mina sume aba. Abagba no chwe pepe ngocho. Eka cho bene apiole ha. Baba jinsinje. Abagma wabie aho aba cho wakan yo. Wanga ska ko do mai pe. Wa ya pe daka. Ne daka na ma pe. Wo waska bi bang ya. Se waska ma hi woni chemeke wango. Lo wa ma cho bene wa ma pe ska ha. Ale okay daka no na pole 4 square. Bene nyima cho nyima fo mi ha. Nye kwe bi obele nyima de. First of all Jason jike 1 cedi. Baba pele no ne bene ji han gbo. Baba na kan o pe o ehin. Ne e ma wawo. Le o ke jan le baba susu ni wa pie. Ne wa mi cho cedi enyo. Pe no ne akeba no e ke nya buam ka ke pem ba han yewi ke nyewi le mono wa we.
Emmanuel just completed senior high school and he loves football. After completion, he joined the local football team at home, where he was introduced to the Assurance Savings and Loan Scheme. He used the savings to support himself, including buying of football gears.
If you say Kuni Ban, if you are first na ebi muntiminye enim say if any susukula, me say na minimi because all the time mamia, time ni me spending ni na. Nti Kuni Ban metwe say you fe bibu susu say me dibia say me yede me kai da kinte say me yede e bi tuo. Nti de betuma kan say wo mo amon fo mu nhemu ekuo nu e wo kromia no ana ba bi o me hie say ekuo nu bia o ba bibia eye ekuo we di kwade o mo fo mu nhie ehu ye.
The BOC project seeks to increase the wealth creation potential of adults and youth in 7 regions of Ghana, namely Ashanti Region, Bonoafo Region, Northern Region, Upper West Region, Eastern Region, Volta Region, and Central Region.
Their wealth creative potential is to be increased by strengthening their money management skills and then entrepreneurial skills to be able to create, sustain, and manage their businesses.
The BOC2 project is a laudable one. Looking at it, I think we have to maybe expand it because most of the adults even don't know much about financial management, and because of that, if they earn some money, they don't know how to invest it. Some of them will maybe do government businesses, come out when they retire, you see that they can't even manage their own business. And this education I think it should expand.
We all support, all in terms of governmental level, in terms of individuals and corporate level, if we're able to support this project, for it to scale up across all the regions. In Ghana, we should be able to reach the threshold where we have more than 80% of all our community inhabitants to be able to have a certain level of banking that we need to have in Ghana.
Community volunteers are mobilized and trained as savings and loans group initiators in different communities across 35 districts.
Before I form groups, I go to the community. Okay, then if it is a new community, I first do community entry. That means I go to the chief and then the elders of the community, tell them the project that I want to implement in the community. If they agree, they'll give me a day to come and talk to the entire community. That means they'll organize a community meeting for me to come and talk to the people. Then after talking with the entire community, then they will give me maybe precisely 1 man, 1 woman to write those who are interested in joining the group. Then I'll give them my contact, they give me their contact. When they get the number of group, they call me and I go and train them. Then that's how we started forming the group.
When the group is formed, service kit is given to the members and it costs 180 Ghana cedis currently. And in that kit comprises of 2 pens, a red pen and a blue pen, 2 service bags, a ruler, calculator, ink pad, and then also an extra ink, whereby when the stamp is out of ink, the pad is out of ink, they can add a little to continue their work. We have the stamp, the members share passbooks, whereby they contribute their shares in it, and then also a record book, whereby they keep their doing everyday records in.
The BOC Phase 2 project targets youth groups who benefit from skills development, particularly the productive lives of young people, allowing them to identify, start, diversify, expand, and sustain viable economic activities. This is done by strengthening their entrepreneurial and money management skills.
Through the education and the training that I have given them, some of the members' lives has, move or change. They've changed, giving them the education. Because first you come, they will tell you, I was sell this and I didn't know where my money went. My money lost. I don't have money to establish the business again. But when I formed groups and gave them the training, all of the training, some people's life have even improved. Some are able to get loans to sell crop. Some also sell oranges in the evening, plantain, and a whole lot.
As a bank, we are now looking at building capacities of people in terms of employment, in terms of skills, and then also helping people to come out of the poverty, that's to bring to the poverty line. Because the MDG2, which is helping to grow people's incomes, is of particular interest to us.
With income, you are able to address some of the major needs like food, like shelter, like education, like health, and that is basically what this whole project is about. So it is a poverty alleviation, and in fact a tool that is so simple but very cost effective in making sure that if this approach is replicated, if it is scaled up, it can contribute in a very significant way towards alleviating poverty.
Me pacho asamna me nim fa ko se be boa fa ko ne se ko na ye de ehu rom no na ye nim ade bia na ka ye France class 1 and class 2 pacho ko na ye bam no ya timanya class 1 anya class 2 kina bi won se nka mi ton banchi na me nya 1 siri next time no me ton banchi na che se me ton se na me nya 2 siri nta ba ko no nta ma eboa pa e mama setnam secondary me be yes to we na me yes say bi anka me ye ade ape bibi na adi ba me ba ko no no ma hu say ko no ma man die bibi say me ton store no ma na me nyata na me yimu 500 emfa ko tu ba bi kina me ho kiri me na ma sa ko fa sa 500 na me de ti ho no aba nta ma antira ma me store we e ko na nim kakra kakra nti ya me so me nim fa ko sa eboa me no
Sholans na boa me e kwan bebli so metimi di ye madwuma etimi sie sika ne bi ti aboa ye kwan bebli so the assurance ne bi amfa no me bata ho ne ye ekoyi.
Additionally, capacity building has been scaled up to empower the youth and share knowledge. In this regard, different trainings are developed and delivered to key beneficiaries of the BOC project.
What we are doing in the current phase is targeting about 54,000 youth and adult groups. And so far, we have formed about 7,000 of such groups. And these groups have been given trainings in various fields, including financial education, including income generating activities. Of these numbers that have been trained, more than 4,000 of them have employment opportunities. They are engaged in business activities, in petty trading, in farming activities, in transport services.
First had a training on the models that will be required for formation of groups and their activities. Then we had a financial education training as well. So from the financial education training, then we had selection planning and management, SPM training on that. We also organize review meetings where we review our partners, the work that we do in our various areas. Then we can share and learn from each other.
Hope! Hope!
BOC Ghana has engaged over 100 employees of Barclays Bank Ghana over 3 years through mentoring and training opportunities for savings groups. The mentoring opportunity has transformed the lives of community members.
Ekita yesika ye yakwa ma mo kire esi de desi akita yesika ye unye sika udibia na waje udibia asie etoda da ho be kire ono na wa akọfa de akoye ne wo pesa wo de ye ena kuo ni so kra no se ba sa ho kire kakra ba yetimi ma osika ni bi na wo da aboa wo ho bia wo kofa bare na osika no bia na wuni sika otimi jibi na wo da aka ho na wa kofa obare ntimire pam no na wo disika na akọ na wo dinsi hu kakra de ede aka ho nti e ba sa na e ma isika na ye de to ye de sie ho no na no so e wo ba nti edumra e be che sika na ye sika na ye de aye kese na abanfa so amakuodu e ma ne nyina nti ko ne de ebua ye pa edam senti kura no mejibo se ho no kura ti bi si dan afiwe ya.
The first loan I took from the group, I'm saving 5 cedis. The first time they came, we were saying that the 5 cedis will be okay for us every week. And I was saving the 5 cedis a week. There, I collected the first loan from one group and make the place, the veranda, it was low and small like this one. But I collected the loan and extend the veranda and make it wide. So I work like Christmas season. I collect the loan November. By December, I work and get money and went and pay that loan I took. After that, I collected the second loan again and do the floor, but the floor has spoiled again. And the third loan I collected again, I used it for the pipes, what I used to wire the place. And I bought a plastic sealing too. I sealed the inside. That was the second loan. So many loans I collected, I can't. And even here, but at times I collected loan for me to do some things that will help. If I don't have money and I don't know anywhere to go and take money, I go to the group and collect loan and come and continue the work.
If you save money and any problem come, you can take loan and solve it. I take 2 million. I use the loan to buy my bicycle. It's helped me to go to school and come back early. I use it in going to farm too.
Paso aminya se emu sana me eya medwuma no dedano sika no endoso nso me bedwane kuo no paso aminya wo mu me wamba me hwe wo mu omu de ko school ana me so anya kakra wo mu a me de to medwuma no so ameko nti me won se kuo no eye eboa me si kuo na nya de pa na me boa kuo na aboa me because enya nu bi anaka bi a me sika kakra me di se edwuma na se na kuo na nka me fa me ho engineer mu a na me sika na me di edwuma no me de be hwe nkwala no ama wo mo be ko school no me hwe me nya ne me de ba ya den me de be ko edwuma so nti me be dwa ne kuo no me won se eye den kuo ni sika no ena me di ko edwuma no so ena me dua na me di se asia kakra no eno so na me ya den emu bi na me yi edi ma me mba omko school nti me hwa ekuo ne ye metumi ma obi back dwane ama ye tumpo ma ye ko ye ni
benema kasiska professor ipa 600,000 loja bi oni pa 600 do ike he agbeli ni ke sigadi ni ijo ipi ono ni semi ni ipa skanga ni yen ni ke fun agbeli o first o ibe galika nene chana ngasinga mi o ibe ku se ejeku o mi enye ni hete lo nene la no no mi chi no etenlengen pio na pia enyo ne ma he ki he nyo pa ka ga enu ne ngale jon chwe pa pio mi ni cha ino lo ji nene cha ne lo manyo ma de ta se na ne ga eji pio hi wa we e mi ye bua mwa we lo da se hu ni je ha no no wa sem no ni ya pasika ka ba ki no ni hu no be brafo ni na kan epewe papa go ne ska be de ma ga chupa ka ne ka chupa ne ka brafo kwa na brafo pio pa bo pa no aboni brafo kwa mi no kagina ka pio se na ngai pa emi chi na kan e ha ipe free aje kan ki bi go back school fees o ha school fees o jowe wanye ne wawo ai kan ka o ngai ni chumpe o manyo ma ye bwa o lo emi chi na kan ni sa pio no ipe free pe be ni be pi
menya fa so pi waso first na mi di miska bahat you say fees e kun by se me ja miska je bahat so na fa so be bre waso bini se we school betin that so education so some minister betin that poor mama amanet ma so education so ana so ko se ma so betin that ko send you
beni I kase ni tumi oni gbenya pe ba ine hene mama I shop nge jikan in beska no ma ke pi lo ne pi oba ni base lo ni base ni nge pi o mi bo ni yelo we nyo nge mi isika ne nga sito yo echonya ka monyi mo paska ito ska wamiusi ne wamiu aka monyi mo pa mi lo no eten lo ingo telemiu ne telemiu lo weten ne ike ya wo lo ni iba paska ike ya heni ni ba pe ne ku ike nye ni kenge ini ochu ebo ike nge sisije bo no ni
cha to srovio mo sugo machine amele mi esi pepere mu ye o na mo le eganya guma Reku gai mo khole nye group ma 1500 mo ko recouple machine ko recouple zingri mi ko gba ahoe ado fie wa lulu yo va shire jinya review won va sugbo group won po we nyo ta mo gbe na mu gerebe no o na agere mo no na po chishireji na po mu jeje lo fa gbomo school fee amaga sese mo poga ko he school fee ne review ben dudu ha mo pona ogboni
pese dona me na jo ke ma ba po e halala mo po be halaka ele nye pro ko ngo ya o chake ni mala haraka mu ne bala ke mo po yi mala haraka mo po gala mo we na ya ka nuke ke ma jama ko fli ha mo ko fli ta te fie ma bala ha mala o po be ha mala ta no mo poga ko mo ko on ke ya heavy deve ne ha ye mo ko we nyento ha wa vida vena nyento pinya fomo to ita malawana ko be group na mayingo banga mono na se ka ma ga group ya galasi ne de vio je dona ha le ba kuku no kwa le ba kuku no gudo ga pogbo adu social fan no be ba se be menye ha ma lola makare bi ga si vinya no bi e gboni e ko wale ta mo ko be ha nyo pa.
The VSLA is a very important project. It has helped our communities a lot. Women that couldn't count 100 CDs are counting 300 CDs, which is a big improvement. When you go into the field and you speak to the women, you realize that the impact is there. You feel the impact. It's not about them saying it, but you see that people are beginning to work. They are not waiting for people to give them handouts. They are going out there and they are doing their own businesses for themselves. And I think that is a great impact of the VSLA project.
It's a good project, and I like the spirit behind it, because this is a situation where they own it. They feel they own the project, and they give it out, and because they own it, they see the need to pay back, so that the money will be with them, and the money will, so that they can also make it possible for others also to access it. And I believe that if they have that culture of saving and paying, I think it will do a long way for all of them.
One significant component of the BOC project is the linkage of the savings groups to financial institutions. Almost 20%, representing 500 savings groups, is being linked to Barclays Bank branches and other financial institutions. BOC Ghana strengthens employee buy-in, reinforces procedures at all levels, and organizes refresher trainings to ensure strong understanding and ownership of the linkage principles.
You know, the groups coming, as you said, there are some who have started some level of businesses, and as a result of their involvement in the group activities, they are able to expand. And definitely, the credit they are getting within the group cannot sustain the business, so they need to get additional funding. And that is why, as part of the project, there's a component of linkage, where we think that the project is thinking of linking at least 500 groups across all the 7 regions that we're implementing in Ghana. So that is why we are also trying to also work with some rural banks and to have some MOU with them, so that we can formally start and do the linkage, so that the rural bank will benefit and then the groups also will benefit.
One day I was here when Plan Ghana, some of the officials followed up with the officers we met out there. Then we sat down and spoke over and said, oh, whatever, even if the program ends, I don't think it will be grounded. We will pick it up because that is what we want.
We know that for the nearest future, you will see VSL clients now moving away from keeping monies in the boxes, now having their individual savings accounts where the share outs are going to be done through this account, and even a step further where they are going to keep their monies on the eSwiss card and they can cash it anywhere that they want.
We have Barclays Bank in Ho and then Hohoi. That is where we are mostly doing the linkage. And in Ho, we've linked about 6 groups, and we are in the process of linking more because they started with the processes. And in Hohoi, we've been able to link 4 to Barclays Bank.
The communication and advocacy aspect of the BOC project engages stakeholders, particularly the national government, to consider the BOC project approach in its strategy to address barriers to financial inclusion for the youth in Ghana. Additionally, Plan and CARE have developed a linkage charter on financial inclusion to be shared with state institutions and the private sector, such as the Bank of Ghana, Fidelity Bank, MTN Ghana, World Vision, and MEDA for their support.
I will encourage governments to take this up and ensure that everyone has, financial services. It may be basic, but people need to have confidence that they can save or they can have access to credit. We are seeing more and more, attempts. We know that some banks now have agency license to start providing services to far remote areas. But I think largely there's a disconnect between the north and south. The northern part of Ghana needs more of services, just so that we can make that place also vibrant.
In Ghana, there are many other areas where poverty is more pronounced. Even I am in dialogue with the government, ministries. Hey, they can start this kind of BSLA program and reach out to the most needy. And that is the best way to alleviate poverty in the country.
The Savings Group model is self-sustainable as it is based on the mobilization of local rather than external resources. Once groups are established, trained, and undergo a full cycle of savings, they continue into further cycles without additional funding.
When we go in a community and we form groups, we are not so much involved in their group activities so much that they will feel that if you are not around, that means that then today, because the officer didn't come in, then we can't have our group meetings. That's why they set up a management committee with the 5 executive positions. So each of the management committee members have a role to play. That without anybody coming in, they can confidently conduct their meeting activities.
Community volunteers also enter into communities, create groups, and they supervise over those groups. So should in case Plan Ghana or our local and related partners are out of the community, these community volunteers who are located in the various communities will be able to continue forming their groups, giving them training and supporting the existing ones. So this is one aspect or strategy that we have adopted to ensure sustainability.
Mutual relationships have been built for a successful BOC project implementation. Varied partnerships at the international, national and local levels have been initiated to facilitate project formulation, management, monitoring and evaluation.
Partnership was conceived at the international level in UK, CARE, Plan and Barclays Bank.
The second level of partnership is between the two development partners, Plan and CARE, where we agree on the specific areas that we will work in, agreed on an approach that we want to use, agreed on what we want to see, where we want to see the greatest impact, how we should document lessons. So these are the partnerships at the second level.
The other level that we are having in Ghana here, we are dealing with national NGOs and community-based organizations, and they are directly implementing the project.
We also have the disassembly where we also work with, and then we also have the community leaders, and we have individual opinion leaders at the community level where we have the chiefs, we have the queen mothers.
In conclusion, the BOC project has created 1,650 new Youth Savings and Loans Associations, YSLAs, as well as deepened the impact and gains made in Phase 1 of the project implementation by carrying over 1,050 existing groups. The project has strengthened the entrepreneurial and financial management skills of 21,000 existing Village Savings and Loans Association members, as well as 33,000 new YSLAs. Moreover, the Banking on Change project is promoting linkage between mature YSLAs and financial institutions, with Barclays Bank being the first priority. So far, up to 20% of the carryover VSLAs, representing 500 groups, have been linked through products that meet members' needs. Additionally, the BOC project built the capacity of community volunteers and local NGO partner staff on the Youth Savings and Loan Association model, business management skills, entrepreneurial and enterprise development skills for effective and efficient project implementation. The project is also ensuring that by December 2015, Banking on Change is perceived as a reputable pathway for achieving financial inclusion in Ghana. The Banking on Change BOC project is empowering ordinary Ghanaians to break the cycle of poverty. Such an initiative needs to be upscaled across the country in the efforts to alleviate poverty in communities.